Okay. Well, the shock of your revelation probably takes the wind out of my number one because I didn't say it at the time, but AKHLYS, House of the Black Geminus. I'm pretty confident almost anyone by the time we got to about number 5 could have guessed it was going to be that. But there are, and I would say that in the top 4, any of those could have been number 1. I went back and forth on them. The one I kept landing on was AKHLYS. So well done to them. In a absolutely incredible year, they put out, in my view, the best album of the year.
I've grown to really draw a bridge, construct a bridge between AKHLYS and Panzerfaust. Like, I think at least like maybe on a spiritual level, there's a connection between those two bands. And and I like Nas's, when you have him on the podcast, like his exploration of like occult philosophy and stuff like that, I find very interesting. And the music is definitely connecting to some kind of broader darkness, which I as a result of starting to listen to them, I a few years ago, I've kind of become a huge fan of theirs, actually. And once again, a band I'm looking forward to seeing live one day.
Once again, I'm going to be breaking my duck on seeing AKHLYS live at Fortress. They'll be there also. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll get to spend some time with Nas in person and record an episode for the podcast. But I agree with you on the parallels between Panzerfaust and AKHLYS. I jokingly said to Brock, like, if you really want people's brains to melt, go on tour with AKHLYS. Get Horner to play with you guys as well.
I really can't believe there's any sort of like controversy with these bands, honestly, man. Like,
well, the thing with Nas was the Julius Evola sample that they used for Nightbringer. But my argument about that is, you want to honestly tell me that using a Julius Evola sample is this terrible thing when people are using fucking Charles Manson samples and serial killer samples and stuff like that? I know him. I think he's a good dude. If Cole's friends with him, so is Cheyenne. I back the dude. He is a very thoughtful guy. He's very intelligent. He's extremely well spoken, and it also translates to him as an artist. The work he does with AKHLYS is, it's real next level stuff. Yeah, House of the Black Geminus. You have such a tall order, topping an album like Melano, which again in 2020, in my view, it set the fucking standard for what black metal should sound like. Mm-hmm. Then, you come back with this album that is even more densely layered, even more aggressive, but yet also even more atmospheric and even more sort of absorbing. And I know the Outlaw Scandado didn't enjoy it when we listened to the first song, but
there's not my jam, definitely.
No, but I think that build up at the beginning of the record, the way, it takes a long time for it to kind of finally go, but it's kind of like, like you were talking about that anticipation when you're at a great live show, and it's like, you're waiting for it, it's coming, but you're waiting for it to happen. House of the Black Geminus achieves that as well, in that it has that build up in the actual song, and when it finally fucking explodes, it's just, I had goosebumps the first time I heard it. I was like, holy Jesus, he's actually pulled it off. He's done something that's going to be, by first impressions, better than Melano.
Yeah, and that's my feeling about it too. I like things that sort of develop and take their time, and sort of there's climaxes, there's dynamics in the songs and things like that, and and just the playing on this record too, I think is great too. There's a lot of really cool, like very, very fast tempos and that sort of thing. Yet it still has this, kind of like depressive quality to it, and it's just a great record by a great band, and like I said, I look forward to seeing them play one time.
Depressive quality, but I would also say, and so Horner has this in common with them, as does Panzerfaust, as does all great black metal. For me, one of the things that define a superb black metal record, it must also have that feeling of empowerment. Like, I need to feel like I want to. I need to feel. I'm trying to find the right words here, because saying I want to feel like I want to, smash shit to pieces. You can say that about a lot of different stuff, but I want to feel like I want to rip life life's throat out when I listen to a great black metal record. I want to feel that fire in the belly that you just got like, fuck yes, no matter how shit your day has been, how pissed off you are with things happening in the outside world, whatever the case may be. When you hear a great black metal record, you should feel like you are part of a small club that is, and you want to wrestle everything that you possibly can out of life. Definitely, there's an empowering element to great black metal, in my opinion.
I agree with that, definitely. Yeah.